Today, let's try to gear up. Welcome back. It is after the first episode has aired, because I wanted to wait for people to give me some feedback on the first episode. Oh, hey, listen to this. We have Minecraft music going. I have turned the music back on because in this snapshot that just came out yesterday, the music is actually working again for the first time in many, many months in the snapshots. And I don't usually play with the music on, but I'm going to leave it on because I want to actually listen to it because I haven't heard it in a long time. So we'll have that going in the background, and hopefully it'll be an appropriate sound level. I think it sounds okay for right now. In any case, I wanted to get some feedback on the first episode before I went ahead. The goals for today are basically going to be to start gearing up. I would like to get some iron for some armor and a shield, possibly even find some diamonds. Maybe if we're extremely lucky, find a dungeon would be awesome. And I would like to do the caving right around here near spawn, because eventually I think it will be useful to light up all the caves around here, because one of the reasons I picked this seed was just that it had a plains biome that's right at spawn, that's right near 0, 0. Yeah, my coordinates are like 18, 15 right now or whatever, and so this thing, it's not quite centered at 0, 0, but it's very close to it. And it does seem like there's a number of other possible cave openings down here. And so we'll check them out to get started. And in addition to the Minecraft work of just trying to get some caving done and accomplish some things in the game, I do have some things I want to talk about, some of which are related to the feedback from the first episode. So I suppose that's a good place to start. There are, as expected, some bugs with exactly how I am doing the item tracking. I think this is going to dead end, but I'm just going to kind of double check, triple check. Hey, it was worth it because now I got my first iron. Look at that. Got iron ore. Soon I'll be able to cook it up and make all kinds of things. Hooray. Yes, there are already some bugs in terms of the block identification. I've done a tiny bit of debugging, but I haven't tried to fix any of it yet. I expect there are going to be some more bugs with what I am doing. And rather than... There are so many sheep here, it's amazing. Rather than try to find and debug it all kind of right now at the beginning, instead, my plan is to go for a few episodes with it not exactly perfectly working, and then once I think I have a sense of all the bugs that are there, then go and try to patch things up. So hopefully that'll work out okay. We're just going to wander about the plains over here and see if we can find a better cave system to dive down into. But in any case, yes, some of the feedback I already got was with the bed, for example, that registered as 2 points when I made a bed last episode, and I know the reason for that, and it's my own fault in Minecraft. This is kind of like technical details that I'm not sure. I believe this is a new type of log, yes, that I don't have yet. So let's go ahead and grab this. It's kind of technical details about how Minecraft represents things that I'm not sure everybody's necessarily interested in, but basically... And let's see, I don't think did I kill a pig and get any pork chops yet? I don't know that I did. So let's do that. Pork chop, hooray. I'll be able to cook that up and get a new item too. The way that Minecraft represents items, there's blocks, there's things that could be placed in the world, like this block of granite right here. And then for a lot of things, there are separate item IDs. So like a pork chop can't be placed in the world, so it has an item ID. But then a number of things that can be placed in the world, such as a bed, have not only a block ID for when they're placed in the world, but also an item ID for when they're sitting in your inventory. And so in the specific case of bed, for example, I had both the block ID and the item ID in the kind of like programmed list of blocks that I was making for the command blocks to run. And both of them, both the block ID and the item ID, have the name bed as the name of the thing. And so both things were checking for bed. And so once I got a bed, both of them went off and printed out, you got a bed, and incremented my score. So that's my own programming mistake. I hear a skeleton. I heard a skeleton somewhere down here. So I guess there's a cave around here. Let's look around on the mountain and just see if there happens to be an entrance, and also get a sense of what else is around over here. But in any case, there are some bugs, but I don't think there's going to be, hopefully, too many of them, and so I'll be able to patch up kind of like the true score of items that I have in the future, and so I'm not too worried about it right now. We'll eat some yummy food and just continue to explore and try to find an actual cave system that might get us down deep into the world to find some more iron, because even if I do find the skeleton in there, it seems like he's up on a mountaintop and I'm not going to find any iron there. And yes, one of the reasons, though, that I would like to attempt to get the score count working a little bit more robustly sooner rather than later is that one of the people who commented on the first video was Cone Dodger. A friend of mine plays Minecraft Bingo, and Cone had suggested having like some kind of prediction event. Hey, I got my first egg. And did we actually kill a chicken and get like chicken or feathers or different things? I can't recall if we have. All right, you guys apparently have a weird hitbox, or not sure exactly what was happening there, but that's okay. And let's see. I won't lose track of spawn and where my bed is and all that stuff because it is very near 0-0, so I'm not too worried about that. Gathering some mushrooms just seems like fun. I guess I already got a mushroom somewhere along the way. Hey, this looks like a cave system, or is it a lake? It is neither. I do hear running water, though. I guess that's the waterfall that's right outside. Let's go ahead. Let's just make a ton of sticks. Oh, I got planks for the first time. Hooray. Or spruce planks for the first time, that is. Yeah, we'll do that. Get myself another stack of torches. These perfectly round rooms. Well, I'll be getting off topic. I'm working on a CTM map that works on Minecraft vanilla terrain, and I was trying to detect these as interesting places to do stuff, but we'll get to that. I have so many things I want to talk about, but I also just want to play some Minecraft and get a sense of some of the layout of this world. So let's talk about that. Last time, I wanted to, I think I mentioned kind of just as an aside that I had used some customization settings on this world, but I never actually spelled out, okay, it's going to be nighttime reasonably soon. Ooh, okay, ravine. This could be a good place to go. I see some iron over there. This could be a good place to go. Just andesite for a minute. The texture caught my eye and I thought it might have been cobblestone for a dungeon. So yeah, customized settings. I have tweaked a couple of customized knobs. It is now the case that I prefer playing in customized worlds. I don't like to change very much because I think vanilla is very good as vanilla, but there are a few small things that I do like to change given my druthers, and so I made 2 changes to the default settings in this world before I created it. In the customization settings, when you make a customized world from the world creation screen. And those 2 changes that I made were, 1, I changed the biome size. This is like 2 separate veins of iron right here, I think. I changed the biome size. The default is number 4. I changed it to number 3, which means the biomes will be half as large, which I think is appropriate. I've even played at 5, the large biome setting, in a previous season of Exploration and Tactics. But basically, oops. Last time I had Discord up and it popped up a little audio reminder while I was playing the game, and this time there was just a Windows reminder that went off. I need to remember to turn off all of these, silence these notifications. Not that I'm much of a professional YouTuber, but it's still kind of embarrassing when it goes off when you're recording video. I'm out of practice. Looks like this ravine is getting a little bit dark over here, and I guess it's about to be getting dark outside too. I might bring this home and go sleep in the bed right now. Let's actually do that. Yeah, we could come back here if we needed to. Oh, there's so much iron. I want to have it all. I need to cook it up and make an iron pick. All right, I'm going to grab this and head home. And, right, so customized settings. I personally feel that a biome size of 3 rather than 4 is more fun for playing Minecraft when you like to explore and try to find all the biomes. And I don't have to find all of the biomes in order to complete the particular challenge I've set out for myself here. But there are a lot of biomes that I do need to find. You know, things like ice spikes to get packed. Ice, for example, is a relatively rare biome. And cocoa beans, maybe you can get cocoa beans. Ooh, hello. I almost just fell right back into the ravine. Maybe you can get cocoa beans from loot chests now. I can't remember if they appear in some of the loot chest tables. Oh, there's a... Alright, that's another place that would be good to go explore shortly. But for now, we'll go back home and sleep in the bed. Okay, first brown mushroom, apparently. I can make some mushroom stew, just to check it off the list. Alright, there is the thing in the sky, so there is where home is. Customize settings, right. So, oh, and it's raining again. Well, sleep will get rid of the rain if I get back into bed fast enough before some monsters spawn and prevent me from sleeping. Please. Yeah, back when there were fewer biomes, like, I think the default biome size was kind of appropriate. Now that there's so many biomes, especially after the, what was it, 1.7 was, like, the latest biome update. In my opinion... Let's go ahead and get some of this cooking. Furnaces have sounds now, which I'm still not used to them, and so they always kind of catch me by surprise when I first hear things cooking. I'm like, wait, what's that? Is that a creeper sneaking up on me? What's going on? We can cook up a few more of these things in order to get a few more items while I'm here and thinking about it. All right, there's a lot of stuff happening in Minecraft. Oh, hello! Oh. I started saying there's a lot of stuff happening in Minecraft before I saw the creeper, and then it was just like an especially apropos comment. Let's close up some of these gaps. I'm less likely to fall right around my base. Okay, do I see any more creepers hiding in the tall grass? I do not. I do, but he's way over there. Let's go ahead and take care of him. As I was trying to say... Oh, wow. There are too many things happening in Minecraft for me to keep up a coherent narrative with what I'm trying to talk about, so I apologize. There we go. Good job, Axe. You are a great weapon. Did I explore this way? Is this a dead end? I see. I didn't put any torch down here because it just was a little through cave. Got it. But basically, since they've added all of the new biomes, I think it is better playing on a smaller biome size. The biomes are still large enough, in my opinion, that they don't feel like tiny and compact when you play at biome size 3 rather than 4. And it just means that rather than having to travel, like 10,000 blocks to find a jungle or an ice spikes or some of the other rarer biomes, you only have to travel like 5,000 blocks. And so, yeah, in my opinion, that's just better and more fun. And so that is one of the 2 customization changes that I have made in the customized settings. Go ahead and get an iron pick going, which is a new item. Hooray. I'm not going to worry about... Oh, crap! No! Oh. Watch how fast food heals me if I eat some meat now and get overfed. Watch my hearts go up. Bloop, 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 bloop. That's something I really like about the 1.9 update. I think possibly... oh, and I got ladders without actually crafting them because I got the ones that were kind of part of this thing. And so I guess that's kind of a slightly cheaty block. But oh well, ladders are easy to make. Let me try to repair this. So yeah, I really enjoy the new... food mechanics in terms of how they heal you, mostly because I feel the old food mechanics basically encouraged a gameplay style where you do a lot of waiting, and waiting in a video game is not very fun. Like if I had just been down 5 or 6 hearts or whatever I was a moment ago, it would have taken a long time to heal back up while I was at full food. And if I were about to go back in a cave and fight skeletons, I would probably just like hide and wait for 30 seconds for my stuff to heal back up. And so basically they've made the food mechanics more interesting, in my opinion. I had a few other things that could have been cooking with this coal, but I lost my opportunity after being surprised by the creeper. So yeah, food in 1.9. Now, if you are overfed with items that give you good saturation while you're oversaturated, you kind of have a rapid healing that goes very quickly. And yeah, I think it's just way better. Basically, a consequence of it is better food is actually much better than worse food. Like something like cookies isn't going to give you the oversaturation effect or whatever that allows you to rapidly heal, whereas something like steak or cooked mutton does. And yeah, it means less waiting while still requiring you to, get away from the mobs for a moment and eat your food in order to get your hearts back. I think it's basically just generally a big improvement in terms of the game mechanics. Okay, I'm gonna eat these foods first just to get these things kind of out of my inventory, and then we'll rely on cooked mutton for a little while. And all right, I have enough iron. Oh, I'm just short of being able to make a full suit of iron armor. That's okay. Let's go ahead and make, actually, let's make these and these and these. And then the other thing I would like to make is another new item from 1.9 that is very valuable. It is a shield, da-da-da-da, which we can equip over here, like so. And you can block with the shield and block arrows that skeletons are firing at you and all kinds of different fun things. All right. And I'm going to drop off some things I don't need to be holding. And attempt to continue. Right, I have this bow. I've only got 5 arrows. I guess I'll continue to carry it around for the moment. And we'll go ahead and use that thing up. And I think I'm happy enough with the rest of my inventory for the moment. And we still have 5 minutes of sunlight or something. So I'll head back over in this direction to some of the caves that we saw. So, customization settings. I changed the biome size. I think this size is better. And the other thing I changed is how common little lakes are. Lakes in Minecraft in the default world generation settings. Hey, we could smelt some of this, some of these clay balls into like bricks and do some things with them to get a few more items. And so I'm going to gather up this whole patch, and I think that'll be enough to like make some bricks and brick stairs and different things if we want to do that. And there's a lily pad here too, which is presumably an item. So I will go ahead and grab it. Now that I've had it in my inventory, I don't need it anymore, and so we'll just put it back on the ground. Oh wow, they have a sound. Listen to this. Huh. I think that's similar to the sounds when you put item frames on the wall. It's kind of a wet, squishy sound in my opinion, but it's very appropriate for the lily pads, for the water lilies. So lakes and the commonness or rarity of lakes. There's a new flower. I find that lakes generate too commonly in Minecraft. If you're like in a desert biome, like it feels, oh crap. All right, shield helped some there, and the iron armor definitely helped a lot there, I think. And I'm not sure what new kind of block I just got. Perhaps andesite for the first time. Unfortunately, I'm printing out the item ID name rather than a better name to print out would have been the kind of display name of the item. So like granite rather than stone, and it's like stone with a certain damage value. So that is something that if I eventually make a world download or schematic, if some of you want to try to do the same kind of challenge where you get all the items, I eventually might release. Oops, hello. All right, and arrows can also be reflected, which I'm also mostly happy about. The arrow reflection, or arrows bouncing off a target code, has been in Minecraft since I can remember, since like the beginning of time. But the only time it really ever came into play was when there were bugs, and for whatever reason, like, I guess if you hit a monster while it was invincible with an arrow, the arrow would bounce off. But then there were lots of cases where it was just client-server lag type glitches or whatever, where arrows would bounce off of their targets. And I always found it so annoying that they had specifically written code to make arrows bounce and ricochet, and pretty much the only time you ever saw that code kick in was when it was a bug, and like you shot an arrow at a guy who's right in front of you, and your own arrow ricocheted and hit you, which was very frustrating. But now the arrow ricochet code like actually does something useful, which is how it works with shields in 1.9. And so I am happy that that is better. In any case, once again, Minecraft is distracting me from trying to talk about Minecraft. Lakes. If you're in a desert in normal terrain generation, you end up with kind of lakes everywhere, which I think is kind of ridiculous, and kind of all over the world there's lakes everywhere. And so I turned down how common lakes are. It's actually like a rarity setting, and so I turned up the rarity of water lakes. I think by default it's like 5% or something, and I turned it up to like, it's not a percentage, but like it's a number from 1 to 100, and I turned it from like 5 to 35 or something. I don't remember exactly what the settings are. But there will be fewer water lakes in this world. And those are the only 2 customization knobs that I did. So it's going to feel very vanilla, but there will be fewer kind of ugly and out-of-place lakes. And guess I'll just kind of climb back out here since we're right near the surface. Oh, hey, look. This little cave kind of continued a tiny bit further. Fewer lakes and biomes. Won't have to travel, twice as far in order to reach everything. So those are the customization changes I've made. I'm not going to give out the seed right now just because I'm worried about people doing spoilers and saying, oh my gosh, there's a double skeleton spawner, just 500 blocks south of your base or something like that. And so I won't give out the seed for this world just yet, but it is a seed that I picked out. In particular, mostly just because of the fact that right at 0, there was a decent-sized plains biome, which is one of the things I wanted, both to just leave the empty space in the sky, to have this crazy thing. Oh, there's another cave over here. Perhaps we will just go explore that tomorrow. Sugarcane and reeds. I'm going to need lots of books for different things at different points. Let's leave some growing here, but let's go ahead and pick some of it up, and we'll bring some home. Can I make a bucket right now? I could. Let me grab a water bucket to bring home. Of course, it's already turning dark, so I'm going to end up with more creepers trying to sneak up on me, no doubt. All right, we had an empty bucket. We have a water bucket. Awesome. Look at all the items I'm getting. I've got 59 items already. Wow. I knew the first couple episodes things were going to move very fast, but I don't think I appreciated just how fast. I don't have any light out here. I do have a bed, which kind of solves the same problem, but nevertheless, I tend not to build houses, because building is not my favorite thing in Minecraft. Alright, I won't be able to sleep in this until I kill this guy, at least, probably. Alright, you are dead, sir. Can I sleep? Yes. Yeah, I tend not to build houses or structures and live out in the open a lot, and so it would behoove me to light up more of this area. But yeah, I do want to light up a bunch of caves around here so that if I want to do things with monster spawners or just get a bunch of endermen to spawn at night when we're trying to gather ender pearls to go find the stronghold and various things like that. Strongholds, by the way, there's like 128 strongholds in a world now rather than 3, which is also a nice new change and improvement in the snapshots that I don't know that I can say that I'm looking forward to, but I think it's way better, especially when you're like playing on a multiplayer server with a bunch of friends. So, if someone goes and steals all the pretty blocks, I guess you can craft those like mossy stone bricks and things now. So I guess it's not as big of an issue as it used to be. But yeah, like silverfish spawners, like some people will go and break the silverfish spawner on a multiplayer server, but then if you actually want a silverfish spawner to do crazy things with silverfish, I thought I heard you. Oh, 2 of you. Wow. Ganging up. And dealing some damage. Okay, in water I'll do better. My axe has just run out, and it's my most damaging weapon, but I can swing the sword faster. I'll eventually make things out of iron, and actually I forgot to start cooking up my other iron. So let's get the other iron cooking. And I've already lost track. It was like right around here, I thought. Oh, it is right here. Yep, there's the torch. I walked right past it. Right by the lily pads is where I want to explore next. Hey, more of the music is kicking in. Awesome. Alright, so this episode so far, I've mostly been playing Minecraft. I've managed to talk about 2 world customization settings, and I had like a long list of other notes of possible things to talk about that I haven't gotten to at all yet. Yeah, maybe we will finish things up soon, and I will save a lot of those topics for next time. I'm going to plant some sugarcane just right over here and have some water right near my base. So let's do that. Yeah, the other things I wanted to talk about are at least give kind of a quick... I'll do right now. I'll give a quick overview of other Minecraft projects I have in the works, I suppose you could say. Like even this, building this, it's not much code, but it took a long time trying to figure out all the survival obtainable items in the game. And obviously, as I've already shown, like there are some errors in the list that I came up with. And yeah, and then just figuring out the right way to write the code and make it something that's easy and pretty to display. And so like that was one project that didn't take all that long, but I kind of like had it in the back of my head for a month and then worked on it, I don't know, a few different times over a few different weekends before I finally came up with this to get this world going. And it kind of wasn't completely ready to go, but I really wanted to start the series, so I just said, to heck with it, let's just go and we'll find some bugs along the way. So that's where that stands. But that is one tiny little project related to Minecraft that I've been working on, but there's a bunch of others. Let's go ahead and move this iron into here. And the clay balls, I don't see myself doing anything else with them. So let's just cook them all up into bricks, and we can eventually do something with the bricks. And while I'm thinking of it, let's go ahead and make an iron axe, which will be another decent weapon. And eventually when the sword runs out, I'll probably make an iron sword. I believe the track that's playing now is Mice on Venus, which is probably my favorite overworld track in the Minecraft soundtrack. I don't know if I turn the music up now that it's already begun to play, I don't know if the music actually changes. Oh, it does. All right, I'm going to turn it up loud. I might have to adjust it in editing if it gets too loud. Alright, but there's all the iron. I still needed a helmet, so let's go ahead and do that. Maybe one more item. But yeah, there's this map. There is Minecraft Bingo 3.0, which I wanted to work on and try to fix some bugs again today, but one of the bugs that still exists in the snapshots, and has for a few weeks, is that sounds do not work properly in multiplayer with play sound and targeting selectors for all players. And so I can't really fix Minecraft Bingo until Mojang fixes that bug. So get on it, Mojang. It sounds like they're creeping towards a pre-release, but they're not quite ready for that yet, in my opinion. So Minecraft Bingo is another map that I've been working on. There is a CTM map that I've been working a whole lot on over the last few months that I think will be fun when it's all said and done, hopefully, but it's my first map of the genre, so we'll see how it goes. And then there's a couple other projects related to Minecraft that I'm not prepared to talk about right now, but that I've also been doing that'll be potentially taking up some time in the future month or so. But in any case, I think we've probably done enough for today. I did not manage to find any diamonds or even get nearly deep enough to potentially find them, but I did manage to get myself into all iron armor, and we are up to apparently 61 items. Cone Dodger suggested trying to make kind of a prediction game, and I like the idea of doing that. And so my idea is basically at the end of each episode, I will show you how many items I have, the count. I think the count might actually be right because it counted the bed twice, but it didn't count the banner in the previous episode. And I didn't notice anything going wrong this episode, although I could imagine still that some things have gone wrong. But I have 61 items at the end of this episode. And so the game for you, if you want to, is in the comments, try to guess how many items I will have by the end of the next episode. And I don't know how long I'm going to make each episode or what I'm going to do in each episode, and so it's just going to be wild guesses, and there's nothing to win other than bragging rights. But if you want to put some guesses in the comments at the end of the next episode, or at the end in the comments of this episode, then at the end of the next episode, I'm going to try to record these and not record one until the previous one is aired, and I'll try to go back and look in the comments and be able to acknowledge who was the winner. And so, for example, iron armor, I got 4 new items right over there. And this is... I should really just finish up this episode, but one of the things I did is I actually made it so that like these aren't these items, they all have names, and so like you could hover over them and see the names of the items, except there are barrier blocks between me and the items, and that's so that I didn't accidentally knock them off. And with the barrier blocks in between, unless you're like looking at the item unobscured, you can't actually see the name tags. And so unless I go through the barrier blocks, I can't actually see all the name tags of those things. But basically, if there's items that it's hard for us to tell exactly what it is, I can't always just switch into spectator mode and fly over and take a look at the actual item name that's there. That's all I wanted to show off. So in any case, I am getting very long-winded. We have 61 items so far after 2 episodes. If you would like to, leave a guess of how many items you think I will have at the end of episode 3. But I will go ahead and end things off here for today. I hope, as always, that you guys are having a great day, and I look forward to seeing you again soon with more Minecraft exploration and tactics. Bye-bye.